In this video, in 2 minutes and 35 seconds, I'm going to teach you how to levitate. I'm just kidding. Sorry guys, I don't give away those kinds of secrets. But I will teach you how to move through a pushing session with grace and savagery so that you gain so much shoulder and scapular strength that it almost does feel like you're levitating when you're doing bodyweight movements. So here with my deficit push-up, my main focus is, guess what? Controlling my ribcage. Now, I can't just will myself to do this. If I were to use too much weight for my body, flaring would almost be inevitable. And here, on my last rep, you can see I'm really struggling not to. That backward lean, that's me trying to get a more preferable angle of push. So keeping my ribs down involves really strictly using the shoulders and the scapulae. But of course, that's your goal, because what we want to have are gymnastics movements which feel really locked in, and we want to train the shoulders through a wide range of motion, which means the ribs have to be stable. So here we go, following the few sets of heavy pushing I did, so let's say 3 sets of 5 reps, heavy weight, long rest. I now do the body weight variation, focusing on a bit more range of motion, a few more reps, and just sort of tidying up that ring support hold at the top. And then to make sure that my left and right arms aren't getting developed unevenly, I work with some single arm planks. I'm also having to cross stabilize. We talked about that anterior oblique sling. So we have the right arm and the left hip being particularly stressed in this movement, and the cross torso connection. And then we move on to some pulling. I like to balance out my pushing and pulling. I don't know if you really need to, but it feels good for me. Here I'm trying not to lean back too much. I'm trying not to pop my rib cage up, trying to use those lats and the serratus anterior, which keeps the shoulder blade flush against the ribs. And I'm trying to hold that torso position the whole way through. As I add some weight, which you will see, I end up leaning back and arching a little bit. And this is one of those things, like I said in my other video, I don't want to get a hang up about always having to depress the ribs, but I need to know that I can do it, and I need to be cognizant of when I'm losing that, so that I can spend the majority of my training time in good positions, getting those gains. Oh, and just before I go, I will explain this movement. I'm just trying to take my hands behind my body with some force. It's good to be able to retract your shoulder blades and to use your triceps at the same time. It feels good for my shoulders. That's why I do it. It's that simple. That's my session, guys. I hope you enjoy.